out there and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke, this is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Okay, a chance to look at some numbers for Desmond Bane.
He's been really dialed in from deep during these last 5 games, looking assertive and in control every time he rises up to shoot from beyond the three-point line, and it's been fun to watch.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Morant and Bane. Jaren Jackson out there with Edey, and it's Wells in at the 3. And for Utah, Markkanen and Collins the 3 and 4. Collier is out there with Colin Sexton, and it's Kessler in at the 5, roaming the paint. For a handful of teams at this point of the year, Doris, the future is now as they fall out of the playoff race.
But, Brian, there is a dilemma to be worked out in these cases, and here's what I mean by that. Your team is now out of contention, but veterans, generally speaking, don't believe that, and they want to be competitive and win basketball games. In the meantime, the organization, from a broad perspective, is thinking, we've got to start to play the young guys so that they can gain some much-needed experience in big games. Tough situation. This is a 7-footer with some big-time vertical. Markkanen makes that look effortless.
Here's Morant. And the bucket counts, and he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play.
That's his first personal.
And one thing that Morant has always been elite at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter.
Of course, I'm going to give you 3 names here. John Stockton, Karl Malone, Pete Maravich. Which one is the greatest player to ever wear a Jazz uniform, you think?
I'm not going greatest player, B.A. I'm going greatest tandem in the history of the Utah Jazz. John Stockton and Karl Malone pick-and-roll play were poetry in motion. Well, nice job to capitalize right there in an instance where all you got to do is catch and shoot.
Bane against Sexton. Bane surveying the D. Kessler with a rebound. Sexton against Bane. Pass to Collier. Markkanen outside. Shot clock at 5. Takes the 3. Memphis with a rebound. Just over a minute and a half in. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with Will Hardy. They were concerned with Jaren Jackson Jr. on both ends of the floor. Coach saying defensively, Triple J covers so much space, a blocking machine. And on the other side of the ball, Jaren has serious skill for a man of his size. He's a tough game plan for us. Jaren Jackson Jr., a two-way menace. Brian?
As always, Allie, we thank you. Here's Morant. The Jazz making their last shot. Missed inside. The Jazz have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Here's Sexton. Kicks it out to Markkanen. Back to Sexton. Pass to Collins. Now here's Markkanen. Offline with a 3. Here's Wells. Outside for Morant. They still need this. And then Morant with the jam!
Oh, putting on a show for the fans. Morant's skills making it look like a circus in here.
There's the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, capturing the moment. First quarter of play, and we're about 3 minutes in. Markkanen outside. Kessler a screen. off by Kessler.
Well, at 7 foot with a strong frame, Walker Kessler does a really nice job drawing contact and getting to the free throw line.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
At the line for Utah, Kessler, shooting 1.
One shot. Kessler, no good on the free throw.
Well, from the moment he stepped into the league, Walker Kessler proved he was a rotation player. He gives you unbelievable defense, aggressive rebounding, and very good inside scoring.
Now here's Jackson. No made baskets yet.
There is an imagination, a creativity. This guy's passing drives the offense.
The Jazz have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Pass to Collier. To the paint. Here's Collins. Oh, and Jackson with the block.
The attention to detail on defense. Jackson reads shooters well and knows when to go for blocks.
Utah leading. Oh, there's the alley. And stolen by Jackson. From behind the arc. The offensive rebound.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
What about the decisive finish? Great timing, tremendous force.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He wants to review the game plan. And now let's see who the best rookie rebounders have been during the last 10 games. Second is Zach Edey.
They've given him the minutes to see what he can do, and he's done a great job helping them control the glass.
Here's Collier, hounded by Morant. The floater, and rejected.
Smart defending. You're rarely going to catch Bane out of position.
Collins against Morant. And they take the lead. Morant's got 7 points.
His nimbleness makes him a unique threat at the rim.
Here's Collier. No points so far. Marking it outside. Doubled by Jackson. Shot from the low block. And that one's good. Marketing.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot. Hot.
Bane against Sexton. Out to the right wing. Wells, that's good. Wells has gotten his second bucket.
Yeah, impressive vision from Bane. Always looking to move it.
Here's Collier. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Chalk up 2 there.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
And so it's Morant who brings up the ball for the Memphis Grizzlies. This game coming after the loss versus the Kings.
I really think that L has to fall on their defense, or a lack thereof. Just not enough focus at that end of the floor.
Well, the kind of low-energy effort they played with all night will make a coach absolutely crazy. You can't win if you don't play quality defense. Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
And this is crucial for Markkanen's overall development, that he ups his defense and looks to block some shots.
Now here's Morant. He has 7. 5 on the clock. The 3. Gets the 3 to fall. He's got 10.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Pass to Markkanen. Now Collins. And there's the screen. From the arc. The rebound by Edey. The Grizzlies on offense. They're on a 14-6 run. Oh, got that one up quick. And the Grizzlies lead by 7.
Anytime he can, Bane is taking this shot. I mean, he is supremely confident from range.
And we've got a timeout called by Will Hardy. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. Utah making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in. Aldama's checked in for Memphis. Jazz trail by 7. Here's Collier. As far as his production, he's averaging about 8 points per game. Here's Collins. The Grizzlies pull it in. Edey's got 4 rebounds in the game. And he lobs it up top. And stolen by Markkanen. Down low. Kessler, no good.
They're playing with a lot of energy tonight. We can see that in their dominance on the glass.
Here's Morant. And his 5th basket. Now 5 for 8. Looking comfortable out there.
Yeah, their aggressive approach on the offensive glass has created second chance opportunities.
Markkanen looking it over. Buries it from 3. Markkanen's got 10 points in the game.
Well, you can see this team depends on Markkanen to space the floor, delivers with the range 3 there.
Jackson on the wing. Collins defending. On the wing, Bane. Picked by Aldama. Bane into the lane. 4 on the clock. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. It's on Lauri Markkanen.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
And when it comes to the Grizzlies, they're a team that's hungry to take that next step, Grant.
Yeah, and they've got the core to do it, BA. You got Morant, Bane, and Jackson. They're all all-star caliber players and still in their mid-20s. So they've got a lot of great chemistry and time to get it right.
That free throw misses. Kennard, he's checked in for Bane. So we can't get either to fall. Well, the Jazz are one of just 10 NBA franchises to never win a championship, Grant.
Yeah, you know, it's so hard to believe considering they had the 4th best winning percentage in NBA history. Think about it. If it weren't for one Michael Jordan, they'd probably have 2 rings.
So it's the Grizzlies now. After the basket by Utah. Jackson outside. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
What confidence from Jackson there. Just taking it right at the defense and overpowering them.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Jaren Jackson Jr. at the line for 1.
That one falls for Jackson.
Well, so much can be said about Jaren Jackson Jr.'s versatility, but I'd like to praise his team-first mindset. If the dirty work needs doing, he's got it, as long as it helps his team get the win.
Now here's George, coming off a 16-point game against Chicago.
Well, in addition to the scoring, he found ways to initiate contact from the defense and get himself to the line. The defense clearly frustrated, trying to get a way to stop him.
Excellent D there from Morant. Memphis leading by 7. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Grizzlies great Marc Gasol last season retiring from basketball. He embraced the city of Memphis. He said, quote, "I think a player has to feel that it's their city and they have to fight for it. You play with a different mindset when you do that. To me, winning was the most important thing."
Yeah, and they did a lot of winning, Allie. Kennard against Clarkson. Deflected. Now here's Kennard. Yet to see a basket. Pass to Edey. And here's Aldama. George defending. Back to Jackson. Here's Moran. Aldama outside. And here's Morant. Fires for three. Shot no good. Here's Sensabaugh. Guarded by Aldama. And that one's good. Markkanen.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
1:46 left in the opening quarter. Moran against George. Here's Edey. And he dunks it. What a pass to set him up.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip. And guys are making their shots. That's critical.
Now here's George. A go-to option for this team. He puts up nearly 17 a game. The steal. Here's Sensabaugh. Guarded by Aldama. George outside. 59 seconds left to play in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Sensabaugh. Memphis with a rebound. Edey's got 9 rebounds now. Kennard passes to Morant. There's the drive. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
They just look so overwhelmed inside. You know, that's why they continue to get attacked.
And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. A 12-point game. Markkanen outside. Pass to Sensabaugh. Clarkson with the ball. The three. Counted from distance.
Well, give Jordan Clarkson a ton of credit. He has worked tirelessly on this shot.
Moran against George. Now here's Moran. He's closely guarded. Picked by Aldama. This one for three. No good. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for the Grizzlies. An insane quarter. No one could stop him. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this. If you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, I love the energy and aggressiveness I've seen from them on defense. They're really getting after it with all these blocks.
Yeah, and I also love the intensity they've shown on the glass early on. Keeping plays alive, creating second chance shots, that's nice.
Grizzlies lead by 9. So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. We've got Luke Kennard, Brandon Clark out there with Santi Aldama. Then it's Desmond Bane, and it's Pippen in at the 1. Utah's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. You know, Grant, looking at the career of Colin Sexton, he had a huge third season, averaged 24 a game.
Yeah, B.A., and unfortunately, Colin hurt his knee early during his 4th year. Had season-ending surgery, but we've seen Sexton make a full comeback and just a dynamic scoring guard.
Free throw good from Sexton. Well, when you talk about the most underrated players in the league, Doris, Sexton has to be in the conversation.
Well, let's begin with the fact that he's an absolutely fearless scorer, a tough competitor, an improved facilitator. There's grit, determination. He's willing to get into you defensively. He is somebody that will compete on the defensive end.
All right, Grant, which U.S.-born player do you think has the best chance to supplant LeBron as the face of the league?
Oh, man, you putting me on the spot, B.A. Well, the conversation has to be between Jason Tatum, Ja Morant, and Anthony Edwards. They're the best young talent that the U.S. has to offer, and they're only getting better.
Well, Sexton showing that he's more than just a jump shooter. Very comfortable on the interior against size.
Aldama outside. Pass to Clark. Here's Pippen. Shot clock at 6. Launches a 3. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 4 rebounds now. George feels it out a bit. Here's Sensabaugh. He's coming off a 13-point game against Chicago.
And you know, guys, the other thing I really appreciated about his effort in that game was the effort and work on the glass. What a well-rounded performance.
Here's Pippen. After the basket by Utah. Pass to Bane. And he gets it to go off the front iron. Bane's got 5.
Yeah, that's where Bane makes his living. So confident from all over the floor.
Lets it go from 11. And the Jazz tack on 2 more.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Here's Pippen. George defending. Pippen, pass to Bane. Clark with a screen on Clarkson. The 3 from Bane. Can't connect. Now 2 of 6 for the game. Jazz trail by 3. And there's the drive. Here's Sensabaugh. And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. To the middle. Fades and shoots. Clark grabs the board. Grizzlies lead by 3. Outside Bane.
Utah foul. Sends him off. His first personal foul. First team foul. Grizzlies substitution. Wearing the number 0. Jalen Wells.
Here's Pippen. George defending. Pippen. Pass to Aldama. Pure from 3-point range.
Well, more and more you see big men working on the outside shot, and this guy has one of the better ones in the league.
And so Will Hardy calls for the timeout. He wants to give him a breather and talk things over.
Get ready, everyone. You see yourself on the screen, and you show us your best move.
All right, let's take a look at the shooters who have been on a roll since the break. The NBA field goal percentage leaders over the second half of the season. Number 5 is Brandon Clark.
As the season goes on, his shooting has really impressed, making the most of every look he gets at the hoop.
And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Jazz trail by 6. It's George with the drive. Misses from close range.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Pass to Pippen. And here's Aldama. 4-3. Can't get a second shot to fall. Now 1 of 2. Clark against George. Clarkson outside. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a deep 3. Rebounded by Pippen. Grizzlies lead by 6. Here's Wells. From outside, off the mark. Clarkson outside. Memphis with a rebound. They held a 12-point lead earlier. Here's Wells. 14 points for him last game against Sacramento. The 3 from Bane. Gets the 3 ball to go. Bane's got 5 points in the quarter.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
And here's Clarkson. 14 points for him last game against Chicago. That's his third bucket. He's 3 for 6 now.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Pippen, pass to Clark. Pass to Bain. Tipped! Clarkson with the ball. He's got 7. George, right side. And he's now 1 for 4 after that one.
Their defense just falls apart once the ball goes inside.
Grizzlies lead by 5. Here's Pippen. No points yet. Inside. And the basket by Aldama.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Now Clarkson. Pass to Filipowski. Off with the layup.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
Here's Wells. He's got 5. Pippen, pass to Bain. Clark with a screen on Sexton. To the inside. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. And so George will bring it up for the Jazz. They trail by 9. Next matchup, they'll be at home against the Wizards. Now here's George. Here's Sensabaugh. He takes it in. There's the block. Pass to Bain. Here's Pippen. George defending. Here's Pippen. Checking his numbers. He's put up a little over 9 points a game. Fires in the triple.
I'll tell you, you can't put your head down after a tough first quarter. You've got to keep fighting, and now he's starting to roll.
George, left side. They need this. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. You know, from day one in the NBA, Keontae George had the ability to create his own shot like few others, Doris.
There are certain guys that are electric with their athleticism and the live body they bring to the game. Keontae George knows how to score, and as he develops as a playmaker, look out.
And he can't get the first one.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
Some changes for Memphis. Jaren Jackson, he's checked in for Aldama. Kennard comes in for Desmond Bain. And it's Morant in for Pippen. And the second free throw is good.
And give them credit for making a more concerted effort to get to the line this quarter.
Kennard against George. Clark with a screen on George. Nice shot by Kennard.
The defense is nowhere to be found guarding the three-point shot.
Collins outside. Here's George. Count the basket. George has got 5 points.
And just muscling it in, George, very aggressive.
Morant, the pass to Clark. Puts up a 3. Wells misses.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Pass to Collier. Now George, defended by Kennard. The floater. And the play by George as he finishes it off for 2. George has got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. That one on Kessler.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight. Free throw drops for Clark. Sexton's checked in for Utah. And Memphis also making a switch. Pippen. He's checked in for Kennard. Both good from the line that time. Here's Collier. 8 points in his last time out. Pass to Collins. Here's Collier. Kessler a screen. Down low. And finished off by Kessler.
You can tell how much confidence Walker Kessler has as the roll man, ready to catch and score.
Here's Pippen. Jackson outside. Pass to Pippen. Outside Morant. 5 to shoot. Inside. Here's Clark. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. On the night, he's 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Line for the Grizzlies. Miranda Clark. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, just knocking down every free throw. I mean, I love to see this kind of efficiency.
And Clark drops them both. Jazz trail by 12. Here's Collier. Pass to Markkanen. Here's Collier. Clock at 6. The Jazz need to get one up in a hurry. Markkanen for 3. Cleared away by Wells. Wells has got 6 rebounds in the game.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. John Collins is fitting nicely on the Jazz, and Coach Will Hardy said he's given us a huge lift on the offensive end. He's a tough cover, the way he's able to mix up popping and rolling. The defense can't prepare for just one thing. It makes him a dynamic threat.
Able to score on multiple levels, Allie. Thank you. Now here's Morant. 14 points, their largest margin of the game. Jackson outside. 13 feet out. Utah grabs the miss. Kessler's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Oh, they pick off the pass.
2 minutes remaining in the first half. 2 minutes.
We've got 1:55 left in the second quarter. Clark with a screen on Sexton. Here's Pippen, checked by Sexton. Yep, it finally drops after rolling around the rim. And the Grizzlies lead by 16.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
And it didn't fall, but still a great look.
You know, it can be frustrating when you make the right play and fail to reap the rewards. You just have to stay with it here.
Utah's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Here's Collier, pounded by Morant. Pass to Markkanen. Now here's Sexton. To win the drought. And Markkanen gets it to go on the assist by Sexton. Markkanen's got 15 points.
That's his first triple of the second period, 3rd of the game.
Here's Pippen. Back to Morant. Look at Morant work in the paint. Nice.
And tearing them to shreds tonight. You know, when a player as versatile as Morant starts going off, look out.
Markkanen outside. There's the 3. Clark grabs the board.
And right now, they're +8 in the rebounding category. That's helping them run away with this.
Ooh, lots of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws will follow that whistle.
At the line for the Grizzlies, Wells. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Clarkson's checked in for Kessler. Edey's checked in for Memphis. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about this shot. Give it up for the participant.
Hello and welcome, everybody. It was a big first half for Ja Morant, and we've come to expect this.
One of the league's premier showmen, Ja Morant can bring the whole crowd to its feet. He's been doing it all night long.
You hear that noise? That means few guys can fly around like him. Great ball skills and absolute clamps.
And it's time now for the best part of the show. Let's see what the fans have to say. All right, guys, a question from Jenny Bankshot. What's your favorite mode in 2K?
The halftime show, of course. What else is there even to play?
I'm in full agreement, Kenny. Obviously, lots of laughs, good-looking guys, and insightful analysis.
And we give you all of the above. Way better than any movie you could ever watch on television.
And that is going to do it for us. Let's get back to some second half action with Brian Anderson and company.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Memphis leading by 15. Sexton and Markkanen out on the wings. Collins and Kessler there in the middle. And it's Collier in at the point. And that's the group for Will Hardy as we begin the second half. line for the Jazz. They're shooting at a decent clip, 45% for the game. And that one's good. Markkanen.
Boy, at 7 feet, Markkanen can really move. This guy very tough to stop on the dribble drive.
Outside Morant, pass to Edie, to the paint. Here's Jackson. Second chance shot. And the layup is up and in. Jackson's got his second basket on the night.
Oh, beating everyone to the ball. Great activity on the offensive glass.
Here's Collier, hounded by Morant. Collins passes to Sexton. Now Markkanen from outside the arc. That's what he does. Lauri Markkanen.
He's really carrying the load, but no man can do it all by himself.
And for a scorer as prolific as Markkanen, he doesn't need the ball in his hands too often.
So many of his scores come off assists. So just a great sense of when to get into space and become available.
Oh, they get a hand on it. And they're on the break. From downtown, Wells, that's good. Wells has got 10 points in the game.
The way Morant sets up his teammates is as good as any guard in this league.
Collins outside. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Grizzlies lead by 15. Right side Morant. And down it goes. 2 points. Morant's got 21.
Well, I absolutely love the way this guy has controlled the pace tonight. They've been able to play the style they want.
Markkanen outside. Jackson against Collins. Back to Markkanen. 6 to shoot. To the wing, right side. A deep three. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And their physical dominance has been on display. A 10-rebound advantage is a good indicator of how this game has gone.
And he's going for the lob. And stolen by Markkanen. To the middle. Outside Sexton. Tries it from the top of the key. And it's good as he snugs it right through the net. Give him 8.
Colin Sexton early in his career has demonstrated great instincts in the pick and roll. Good decision making.
Pass to Jackson. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
That's his first personal.
They'll pin that one on John Collins. And this is his 2nd and 3rd free throws tonight.
Jaren Jackson Jr. 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And that one falls for Jackson.
And the growth of Jackson Jr. is downright scary, especially defensively. This guy has been upping his game, and no opponent is happy about that.
And good on the 2nd, so he makes them both. Well, when you list the best players in the NBA right now, Doris, most of the top guys are from outside the U.S.
BA, I don't know why that is. There's a lot of theories out there, one of which is the 1992, the initial Dream Team, so captivated the imagination of fans across the world. So I think that's part of it. We have to love that the game of basketball is so popular in countries outside of the United States, and we would be making a mistake if we did not give the league the credit it deserves for wanting to grow the game internationally. It has not been solely and exclusively focused here in the United States. They want everyone to love the game as much as we do.
Outside Sexton. Markkanen outside. Launches it. Memphis with a rebound. Wells has got rebound number 8 here already in the game.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational. And the defense has no one to blame but themselves. I mean, they just let him get right to the rim.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Pass to Markkanen. Bain comes with a double. For three, Sexton. Kicks it out to Collins. He buries it from three. Collins has gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Wells. It's guarded by Markkanen. Here's Edey. Right side Morant. And it's good for two. Morant's got 25 points.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
Collins outside. Pass to Collier. Markkanen with a screen on Morant. Here's Collier. Got a hand on it. Here's Wells. He's guarded by Markkanen. There's Jackson with the three. Utah grabs the miss. On the wing, Sexton, guarded by Bain. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first personal.
And since we have a second here, let's see which teams have dominated the offensive glass and second chance opportunities this season. In third, the Grizzlies.
You've got to respect the work ethic of these guys on the offensive glass. They don't give up on possessions and hit the boards with aggression.
First free throw is good.
When I think about Colin Sexton, the first couple things that come to mind, speed and confidence. It is what makes him such a good scorer.
All right, both free throws good from Sexton.
The way he's shooting free throws tonight, you simply don't want to put him there.
Right side Morant. Alley-oop up top, hammer it home.
Among the best passers in the league, Morant finds open teammates.
Collins against Jackson. Markkanen from long range. Knocks it down from distance. Markkanen's got 23 points.
Boy, picking up where he left off. His second from distance this half, 5 overall.
Right side Morant. Pass to Edey. From deep, Bain. They grab their own miss. Edey, that's good. Edey's gotten 4 this quarter.
And this is exactly what he's capable of. He finds different ways to make an impact. This time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn respect from everyone.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Grizzlies.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Aldama's checked in for Memphis. And so Morant will bring it up for the Grizzlies. They're off to battle the Trailblazers after this one, as they'll be playing at Moda Center. And that's their 3rd game of a long 6-game trip. Oh, Kessler with the block.
Such a disruptive defender, Kessler, one of the best shot blockers this league has to offer.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Jackson. Here's Markkanen. 23 points in the game. Pass to Sexton. George outside. Shot clock at 6. Inside, Kessler. And finished off by Kessler.
Wow, Kessler punishing the rim on that finish.
Grizzlies lead by 15. Outside Bain. Over Sexton. Another shot. Morant, no good.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
George passes to Clarkson. No good that time. Great D that time from Bane. Memphis has gone 1 of 4 here in the third from range. Morant with the bucket. Morant's got 27.
Morant not afraid to get in there and play big, showing his toughness in close.
George passes to Markkanen. Now here's Sexton, guarded by Bane. Back to Markkanen. Clarkson outside. Jacks up a 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Edey's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. Pass to Morant. And he drops in the layup off the glass. That's 29 for him.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way. Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if you can get an easy opportunity.
All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, they've done a great job of challenging every shot they can. Their totals in the block column are a result of that aggression.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
Here's Morant. Oh, a beautiful reverse layup. Morant's got 33.
Making plays at both ends of the floor, and it shows up in the box score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Looking to win the run. Oh, and the dunk by George!
Yes, sir. George with the flush.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Grizzlies lead by 21. Outside Morant. Pass to Jackson. Crafty move. The rebound by Markkanen. Utah shooting around 41% in the third quarter. What growth from Lowry Markkanen, Doris. The 2023 Most Improved Player Award winner.
Yeah, you think about it. Markkanen entered the league at just 20 years of age. You forget how young these guys are sometimes. But Markkanen finds a great situation where he's a featured part of an offense, and then he makes an all-star team.
Stolen by Kessler. Sexton with it. He's picked up by Bane. Let's go with a 3. And it's out of bounds. Still Utah's ball. The Jazz making a switch here. Sensaball's checked in. Clark is checked in for Memphis. Kennard comes in for Jackson. Here's Clarkson. Clark grabs the board. Clark's got 4 rebounds in the game. Pass to Morant. Fires the 3. Sends it home from three-point land. Morant's got 17 now, just in the second half. Jazz trail by 21. Clarkson outside. And here's Markkanen. Back to Clarkson. Clock at 6. Oh, steps back and drains the jumper. Clarkson's got 11.
Well, Jordan Clarkson specializes at capitalizing on what the defense gives him. Nicely done in the mid-range.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Wow. Always fun to see point guards who can elevate above the rim like that.
Oh, a strong mindset and even stronger finish.
Boy, it's incredible how much explosive scoring ability can come from the lead guard position. That is a big-time play.
Filipowski, he's checked in for Utah.
22, Filipowski.
There's a minute 12 left in the third quarter here. Morant against George. With the step back. And that one's good. Morant. Morant's got 40 points.
Come on, guys. Check out the tenacity. There's no back down in this fellow whatsoever.
There's a screen. To the paint. Here's Clarkson. Here's Filipowski, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket. Filipowski's got his first basket.
They're really looking to that inside game here in the second half, getting away from taking a bunch of threes.
Morant, and it's in there.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
This is why you want ball movement and player movement.
And that's made it hard for the defense to key in on any one individual.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Back to George. 6 on the shot clock. For 3. Dalla grabs a board. Pass to Kennard. Back to Payne. Misses the baby hook. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Memphis. Over 40 points tonight and making it look easy. More NBA on 2K Sports right after this. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. On the court for the Grizzlies, Brandon Clark out there with Jackson. Then there's Santi Aldama, and it's Wells in at the 2. Pippen, the pass to Wells. And the shot goes down.
They have no answer defensively inside.
And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Jazz. Well, Grant, with this new media deal, more broadcasters for the NBA.
You're right, B.A., and the league benefits economically. Hopefully, more innovation on the broadcast side, too, and a chance to even reach new fans as well.
3 on the clock. Here's Clarkson. Blocked! And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. Potter, he's checked in for Martin. The Grizzlies also with a sub. Kennard's checked in. And Memphis shooting it well, around 55% for the game. Pippen, pass to Jackson. 1 minute in now in the fourth quarter. Pass to Clark. Back to Jackson. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Sensabaugh. Now here's Clarkson. Over Kennard. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
Well, you can give them a steady diet of pick and roll because if Jordan Clarkson gets downhill, it's trouble.
Clarkson against Kennard. Lets it go from deep. And they recover it. Pass to Pippen. Clark with a screen on George. With the drive, Pippen. And he banks in the layup.
Well, use the pick and going right to the cup. I love the aggressiveness.
Clarkson against Kennard from 13. And it's Clarkson missing.
And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Kennard outside. Back to Jackson. Clarkson grabs a miss.
I'll tell you, even though he's not playing his best basketball, the team has played well and picked it up. I love it.
The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
You got to bring more fire than that to stop Clarkson. He's a pro at fending off tight defense.
And when you talk about guards who can really attack in the lane, Jordan Clarkson is on that list, Doris.
BA, there are just certain guys who are comfortable operating in tight windows. Clarkson's mindset is score. He's got a great sense for where and when to pull up into his shot. He can burn you from three. Little bit streaky, but boy, he can really get on a hot streak.
And that one falls for Clarkson. Well, Grant, it appears the league expansion is around the corner. Any concerns about spreading the talent too thin?
Not really, BA. I mean, the global pool of players competing for an NBA roster spot has never been deeper. So there's plenty of talent to go around.
Clark with a screen on Clarkson. Kennard for three. He drops it from range.
Well, Luke Kennard's bread and butter, right? The lethal outside shooter who doesn't need much space.
George outside. Pass to Filipowski. Back to George. Here's Mikhailuk. Here's the three. Yes, and it's George picking up the assist. George has got his fourth assist in this one.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
Rejected by George. Williams against Jackson. Williams passes to Clarkson. Pass to Mikhailuk. The three ball. Memphis with a rebound. Jackson's got 11 rebounds in the game. Clarkson against Kennard. To the right side. Here's Pippen. It's rebounded by George. To the inside. Here's Williams. Oh, it's blocked by Jackson. Pass to Pippen. And you look at the development of AI. How might it affect the league going forward, Doris?
I think there's so much to be learned, Brian, about that exact thing, whether we are talking about the league or whether we're talking about society to a greater extent. As it relates to the league, how will teams employ it for scouting? Does it impact shot selection or player contracts? Maybe even the negotiation of the next CBA. Truth is, we really don't know. What we do know, it's coming fast.
And there's a nice rhythm to his three-point shot. You know, George has a confident stroke.
Here's Pippen. George defending. Here's Jackson. And good, as it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. That gives him a double-double.
You love that this guy doesn't get down on himself after a rough first half. Keep your composure and keep grinding.
Filipowski, the pass to Mikhailuk. Clarkson outside, down to 5 on the shot clock. Launches it from deep. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Wells, the pass to Pippen. Pass to Clark. Jackson with it. Williams defending. Here's Pippen from deep. The rebound by Filipowski. Filipowski's got 8 rebounds in the game. George outside. And here is Williams, defended by Jackson. Williams passes to Clarkson. It's deflected, and there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. So Utah ends up going with a new group. Memphis making a switch here. Memphis leading by 23. And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He is not messing around, calling them into the huddle. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Ja Morant.
Think about this. He has owned this game from start to finish. Wow, so impressive. The defense literally looked helpless trying to stop him out there. He has been far and away the best player on the court, and it's not close.
You know, I got to applaud his incredible energy out there tonight. Losing again was not an option for him. He wouldn't settle for anything other than a win. Utah on D. Payne, the pass to Jackson. Jackson surveying the D. And technology, always a conversation, Doris. So talk to us about wearable sensors and where that is between the league and players union.
Yeah, you know, obviously there are some privacy concerns because what these wearables give you are devices to measure how healthy a player is. What should his exertion level be based on all kinds of health information? Resting heart rate variability. What was the quality of sleep? Quality of sleep is a huge issue in the NBA with all the late flights and tip times, et cetera, cross-country travel. When you're investing millions into your players, you're trying to take the best care you can of them, and some of that goes to the information you can glean from these wearables. I love them.
Good on the second one. Utah has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Pass to Markkanen. There's the triple. Utah with another miss. And it's Payne with the ball for the Grizzlies. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Yeah, pretty fearless move by Payne, making sure he gets the shot off.
Shooting for Memphis, Desmond Bane, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. And we're starting to see some big contracts for NBA head coaches, Doris.
Well, B.A., whether we are talking about player contracts or coaches' contracts, the cost of business is the cost of business. And coaches, to me, earn every penny. Because what happens when teams underperform? The first fall guy is typically that head coach. I have 0 problems with the salaries.
And such a unique player. Payne is a powerful guard with an incredibly soft touch.
Pass to Collins. Out to the right wing. Just 4 to shoot. Here's Collier. Utah with another miss. The Grizzlies have gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. Here's Payne. Yep, count it. Payne's gotten 4 this quarter.
Yeah, more points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Kessler, a screen on Morant. Pass to Collins. Back to Markkanen to win the cold spell. The rebound by Edey. Edey's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Here's Wells. Here's Edey. Now here's Payne. Fires the 3. Drains the triple.
Looking to find the rhythm he had in the first half. That's now his 4th three-pointer of the game.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Wells, the pass to Jackson. Right wing. Here's Morant. And it's blocked by Kessler. Ooh, it's stolen away. They get it back. Outside for Moran. Three-pointer off the mark. Utah's gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Here's Collier. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
That's his first personal.
Ja Morant picks one up.
Team foul.
All right, Grant, do you feel the non-superstars are making the money they should?
Well, BA, it's a topic in every CBA negotiation. But I think we're trending in the right direction. But it seems like there's always more work to be done.
The first one falls.
They're doing some good work at the line this half.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And here are the Grizzlies. A big stretch here going. 10-2. Pass to Aldama. Here's Pippen. Down low. Here's Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? The Grizzlies making a switch here. Konchar's checked in.
Miranda Clark. One shot.
One shot. And the free throw, no good. And for the Jazz, they're shooting only 29% since the fourth quarter began. Outside for Sexton. And it falls all over the rim and in. Sexton's got 9 points here in the second half.
Well, this is what you call finding angles to come off in the catch-and-shoot situation. Nice job by Colin Sexton.
Punching it inside, attacking the heart of that defense. I love it.
The Jazz shooting only 42%. Collins outside. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. And you see player training methods, Grant, a lot more than just running and getting shots up.
And you know, BA, what interests me, players not just training their bodies better than ever, but also their minds. They're working on hand-eye coordination drills and just all kinds of stuff to enhance their reflexes.
That free throw good from Sexton. Hits one, then misses the second attempt from the line. Memphis has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Pippen, the pass to Jackson. Clark with a screen on Sexton. Inside. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Well, he's such a good athlete for a center. It's how he's able to succeed despite being one of the smallest 5s in the NBA.
Pass to Kessler. Here's Collier. Fires from deep. Knocks down the long J. Collier's got 5 points now this quarter.
Slow defensive rotation causing a breakdown along the perimeter.
A minute 31 left in the fourth. Here's Aldama. Keeps it alive. It's good on the putback.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Grizzlies.
They made the most of the extra rebounds tonight. Helped them out a lot.
Now, when you look at these teams, they're both great rebounding clubs. And any night, either one could have the advantage on the boards.
And this result tonight, it gets them to 44 wins on the year. And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Ja Morant.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy, in attack mode all evening.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
Yeah, I love that they maintain the defensive energy even when they're behind.
Dalla, the pass to Clark. Excellent D there from Collins. And here's Markkanen. He'll bring it up for Utah. And there's the lob. And finished off by Kessler.
Exactly where Kessler gets so much of his offensive performance done, right at the cup.
Well, the Grizzlies shooting a solid 53% from the floor. Here's Pippen. Dalla outside. Just 5 to shoot. Looking to get it going. Out of bounds. It'll be Utah's ball.
Number 5, Vince Williams.
And their biggest problem so far, taking care of the ball.
Yeah, they've made some great plays, but way too many turnovers.
4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Collier. Back to Sexton. Shot clock at 3. Three-pointer. Drills it from deep. So it's the Grizzlies taking care of business in this one. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
All right, Allie's ready to go. She's courtside. Hey, Allie.
Jaron, you've shown yourself to be an impact player at both ends of the floor. But is defense where it starts?
Yeah, you know, the talking keeps me active, just being able to move my feet, being able to stay low on defense, you know, all those things keep me engaged. And when you do those things, you can make a big impact as the anchor of the team. And, you know, everybody else, they take pride in defense. So if I'm working with everybody else, it's great.
Thanks, Jaron. Congrats on your success.
All right, Allie, good stuff there. Thanks for that. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Doris Burke, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, and all of our crew, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. And let's reveal our player of the game, Ja Morant.